What is good with the YouTube? It is your boy, Sean Rock to the aka Lil Nicky V6, represent MandatoryThrive HGBM because every day it is mandatory for us to thrive, and I am back again with another video. And today I want to talk about the importance of a male building his own unique ideology and identity. That's what I want to talk about. A man building his own unique ideology and identity. Now, in this digital age, we have the great privilege and the great resources of Google, YouTube, social media, along with all the typical resources that we've had forever, like the library, books, mentors, people, places. So we have a plethora of information right at our bay, and the majority of it is free. So we have the opportunity to become and do pretty much whatever it is that we want to become and do. All we have to do is just get the information and put it together. So we also have red pill philosophy, which is teaching men, in my opinion, a higher version of masculinity. It's teaching men to prize themselves, right? To put themselves first, to honor their stance in society and demand respect, right? And equality in the dating game and everything of that nature. So with that being said, this philosophy helps put you in a different state. It helps give you more options. It helps you understand that you have to better yourself. You have to become a better version of yourself. Like, you have to become the best version of yourself that you can become. And one of the things that I think is so important, which is why I'm making this video, is every man has his own unique ideology and identity, and he has to embrace it instead of trying to fit one mode of masculinity. See, me, I understand that I'm a very masculine man, but I also have a lot of feminine characteristics in my character. And embracing that, for me personally, makes me far more masculine than when I didn't embrace it. And the only reason why I know this is because the first step to create your own identity and ideology is knowing who you are. You have to know who you are. How do you know who you are? A couple ways that I think the best ways to figure out who you are is to spend a lot of time with yourself, dissecting yourself, dissecting your past, dissecting your present, planning for your future, journaling, right? Processing the information, dialoguing and conversing with yourself, learning your own your interests and your disinterests, right? Seeing what your preference is when it comes to food, women, clothing, all of these different things. You have to learn who you are, right? If you're not a man that's super assertive, you're never going to be a man that's super assertive. You may need to enter assertiveness into your character for the sake of your masculinity, but you may move different, and you have to be okay with that and know how to manipulate what you're good at and scrap what you're not good at, right? So you have to know who you are, know what you're made for, and exert and accept your individual unique character. And that's exactly what I've been doing. Okay, the second thing is figure out your style and flow. My style and flow, like, for instance, every man, I believe, should be training their body, right? Every man should be training their body. but every man is not going to train the same, right? Some men like boxing, some men like MMA, some men like sports, some men like calisthenics, some men like lifting weights, some men like powerlifting, some men like bodybuilding. We have to figure out our individual interest and style of training. So for me, I personally don't enjoy lifting weights. I enjoy using my own body weight to build my body, right? That's my interest. That's what excites me. That's my passion. That's what I love to do with my training. So that's what I spend the bulk of my time doing, where in the past, when I didn't know myself and understand myself, I was trying to lift weights and I was trying to do powerlifting and I was trying to do all these different things because I was looking at the results that people were getting and not necessarily looking at the passion behind it, right? Because these people were getting these results not because the workout routine that they picked was so effective. It was mostly because they were passionate about it, and they were so passionate about it that they stayed consistent with it. So what I realized is that in my own personal journey, that I needed to find something that I was extremely passionate about, something that was going to keep me motivated in times of boredom, in times of irritation, in times of hard times in life. And what I discovered for me was calisthenics. Calisthenics kept me motivated. Calisthenics kept me focused. Calisthenics fills my tank. It doesn't take from my tank. It fills my tank. It gives me energy, right? So, when I used to try to lift weights, I would feel drained. Like I would be dragging my feet to come lift because I didn't enjoy it. So that's another thing. Find your style and your flow. And I talked about training, but also in the way that you dress. What type of facial hair do you want? Do you feel that you look better with a bald head? Do you feel better that you look better with a bald fade or a crew cut or dreads or straight hair? You have to find your individual style and flow and thrive in that. Like me, for instance, if I was to ever become a big millionaire or make a lot of money someday, I don't think my dressing would on a consistent basis change. It would probably be the same. It just would be more cleaner versions of what I have now. I'll probably always still wear jogging pants every day. Black jogging pants. I'll always probably still wear boots or high top shoes. I always wear hoodies. Simple stuff like that. That's just my comfort zone. That's my look. I always want to have long hair. That's who I am. That's what makes me feel great. That's what makes me feel good. So you building your own ideology and building your own identity is a part of finding your own unique style and sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? What type of colognes, what type of soaps do you use? What type of all of that type of stuff is finding that. And then culture and habits. The last part, culture and habits. Like, what cultures do you enjoy? For me, the culture that I enjoy is hip hop, right? I love hip hop. I love rap music. I'm inspired by the energy of rap music, not the message as much, but I tend to reject the majority of messages from all mainstream content, but I just subtract or not subtract, but abstract and take from the energy of it. So when I listen to rappers talking about killing and murdering and stuff like that, I'm thinking in my mind of killing goals and murdering excuses and different things like that, and I'm turning it into my own ideology, and I'm using the energy, the passion, the drive to inspire me to do what I need to do in my personal life. And I feel like hip hop has this boastful, aggressive, assertive, we're not loved, we're not noticed, look at me type of mentality. And I appreciate that because it gives me an identity to a certain degree, and it gives me liberation in life to just break through and push through. So hip hop is a culture that I like the culture of dress in hip hop. the style of hip hop, all of those different things. Habits for me, I fast 16 to 20 hours, 6 to 7 days a week, right? I train once or twice a day, cardio and weight training, which is calisthenics, body weight training, and mixed martial arts training and flexibility training. I do those 4 components 6 to 7 days a week. I read 6 to 7 days a week. I journal 6 to 7 days a week, and that's my general flow, right? My general habits, right? And they've helped to really give me foundation that I never had coming up, so I feel like this is a good starting point. I'll continue to talk about this topic, but yeah, you have to build your own identity and build your own style, build your own interests, and build your own ideology. Salute to the gamers. Lil Nicky.